out of condition, that's what's up with you.
Don't just stand there telling me I'm out of condition when I get down that cellar.
Oh, no. Ladies don't have to lift heavy weights.
Oh, who says?
I do. I mean, I should know I am one.
You're a flaming nag.
Now, that's something that I have never been. As a matter of fact, my Cyril always used to tell his pals that.
Aye.
What do you think you're doing?
Take in 5 minutes, pick a couple of winners. Any objections?
Yeah, plenty. I mean, there's a bit of lemon still to come up and some ginger ale. Hey, while we're on about it, I don't think Mrs. Sharples would fancy sitting on her chair while it's still on the table.
You're not a nag, are you?
That's what I said.
You're a flipping slave driver, you are. I say, Betty,
what?
That strike's beginning to bite, love.
Sure.
Down to last barrel before the drought starts.
The ladyship isn't going to be too pleased.
Oh, well, I can't see Stan Ogden exactly dancing round the maypole.
No.
And a few others I can mention.
They'll go mad.
Mind you, we're not to blame.
No.
If anybody's to blame, it's that flipping Langton. He blew the gaff on them brewery painters.
I can't make two penn'orth of sense out of it. I mean, look, they sacked 2 painters. So all the chaps that go to make the beer, they go on strike. I mean, what's it got to do with them?
Well, that's solidarity, Betty.
Solid bone, more like it. Still, I suppose it's a bit like this place. They go on strike for a bit of excitement.
A bit of excitement. It's a bit of excitement.
Get off. Now, see, hey, if you want to wrestle with them chairs. Get rid of them bottles and all that I've seen you sneaking upstairs to your room, or she'll have you.
Hey.
What?
Are you still wearing the marmor-plated corset?
Hey, get off, do you mind?
I'll say, it isn't only a beer drought round here and all. It's a decorating drought. Last thing Mrs. Walker said to me when I chucked her bags in that car, she said, Fred, she said, what a joy it'll be to return to a newly decorated public house.
Stunning, eh?
Newly decorated, newly flipping stripped maybe through there.
Aye, it's one thing after another, isn't it? It's 9 o'clock and all, and no Hilda.
That is a distinct advantage, love.
Hey, watch what you're doing, will you?
What am I doing?
Hitting me with that thing.
Oh, well, shift then.
I can't shift, I'm sailing.
Now listen to me, Stanley Ogden, and look at me when I'm talking to you. If I had a washing machine like other women have nowadays, you could shave till you was blue in the face. 'Cause I'd just be pressing buttons, wouldn't I? Not this blooming hard labour. And look at that. Can't even afford a proper flaming posser.
You can't get them nowadays.
I know you can't, you daft devil. And you know why, don't you? 'Cause the rest of the world's got civilised, that's why.
Not all of it isn't. You think yourself lucky you got a bath, I'll tell you. You don't get baths in equatorial Africa.
No, you don't get fat bellies neither. They have pygmies.
Hey?
And stop changing the subject. Why can't I have a washing machine?
Why don't you go to work?
Oh, I see. I might have guessed. If you want anything, Hilda, get out and work for it. Other women's husbands might buy them the necessities of life, but not the fat lump you picked.
Watch it, I've got a razor in me hand.
Just you try it.
I wish you'd be serious for once in a while. I happen to be talking about Bernadette Farrell, who we watched getting married 3 months ago and whose husband's just left her.
Well, think about it mathematically. There's you, and according to the latest count, there's 25 million fellas in the British Isles. Now, it can't be easy to pick right one first time. It's not easy.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, and it's me that's not supposed to take things seriously round here.
Anybody home?
Who left that front door open?
Must have been when I went to get the mill. What are you doing back at this time?
Never mind what I'm doing back at this time. Supposing I've been a psychotic killer or something.
I thought you were. What are you doing home at this time?
I got a letter from a rep who had to be in Manchester early. Too flaming early. Oh, I'm whacked. And it'd look better for you if you'd offer me a pot of tea or something, instead of sitting there staring at me as if I'm something not right.
Oh, sorry, Elsie. We're in a rush, honest.
We've only just seen the town. We'll get shot.
Hey, there's Andy Walker's car out here. Come on, you never know your luck.
Ah, what a shame. We could have made you a nice cooked breakfast.
Go on, off it.
Well, we see you later. You can tell us all about it.
Welcome home, Elsie. Not by any chance. Really? The laziness of modern youth. Can I give them a lift to the Western Front? Not 2 minutes walk away. Hello. Welcome home, Mrs. Walker. Thank you, dear.
Hi. Welcome home, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you, Fred.
I'll go get your bag.
If you would. Well, now, isn't this nice?
Made quite a nice job of it, haven't they?
Haven't they just?
Yes.
The edges could be a bit neater. Still, it's clean, and that's the main thing. You know, I really think sandpapering must be going out of fashion.
Rough, is it? I haven't noticed.
When Jack and I first came here, the brewery sent a Mr. Rowlands to supervise the decorating. Now, there was a craftsman. Every surface was sandpapered as smooth
As a baby's bottom.
Well, I was going to say silk, actually. Still, one mustn't grumble. It's done after a fashion, but it's done. As I was saying, Fred. Oh, Fred! I was just saying the last thing I said to you before I went away was how lovely it would be to come back when everything was finished and that dreadful smell of paint was out of the way.
Aye, it did, Mrs. Walker.
Well, now, what's the news? I hope you don't think too badly of me, dear, running off and leaving you to bear the brunt of all the upset. 'Tis a bit naughty, isn't it, to come back when everything's shipshape?
No, Mrs. Walker.
No, I suppose not. I'm in a privileged position when all's said and done. Well, now, what's the news?
Well, it's not very good, actually, Mrs. Walker.
Well, it's the bishops, you see, wanting this decorating done, actually.
The bishops?
Yes.
Aye, brewery decorators did it for him as a sort of a foreigner-like, you know.
Yeah, and Ray Langton found out.
Yeah, he shopped them and they got the push.
Oh, dear. They weren't the best of workmen. Still, it's not the happiest time to lose one's job, is it? No.
That's not all, Mrs. Walker. No.
Well, you see, Mrs. Walker, the rest of the brewery came out on strike in sympathy. There's no beer, Mrs. Walker. We've got half a barrel left.
Oh, well. I knew she'd take it like... Didn't I say, Fred, she'd take it like that? Oh, bless her.
Well, it could be worse, couldn't it? I mean, they could have brought the painters out and sacked them before they'd finished our decorating. Bring the bags through, will you, Fred? One day I will come back from a few days' well-earned rest, and the labours of a lifetime will lie in rubble at my feet. What have I done?
What do you reckon?
Oh, she's told you 6 times already.
Look, you mind your own business. If you don't like waiting, go somewhere else. I'll have that one.
What? Is that what I'm hanging about for you to buy one rotten can of ale?
Look, let's just stand by in it. That's emergency rations, that is, for when beer runs out.
Thought you drank rum. You always do when I'm paying.
Yeah, well, I drink rum when I can afford it.
Or when somebody else can.
Now, look, I never judge a gift by what it costs. It's the giving what counts. And any road price of a rum to some folk means naught. But to me, it's a luxury class. When I have a drop of rum, I've got to give up another luxury, like corned beef.
Nay, Albert, corned beef for luxury?
Have you seen the price of corned beef lately?
Well, I never thought I'd live to see the day when corned beef were a luxury.
Well, there's a lot of things happening that I never thought I'd live to see. Especially as I give up 4 years of my life to make this place a better place to live in and get out of me road.
How about that, then? Definitely a sign of a misspent youth.
On the contrary, I'd have any dull youth. If anything, I'm misspending my old age.
Well, it's a worthy pursuit, Squire. A very worthy pursuit. Having another?
Oh, yes, let's have another half a bitter, please.
A genuine shaft of wit. Another half a bitter. Ranking with the very best from the smoke room of the Mucky Duck for Zachary. I was referring to another game of arrows, but 9 out of 10 for a good try.
I wasn't trying anything. I was just claiming me winnings. I thought we were playing for a...
Weren't we? Well, ask yourself, Squire. Would I gamble with a man of your religious persuasion? I wouldn't insult you. 301, nearest the bull starts.
Now, it tends to be the rule that the more obscure the origins of a strike, the longer it lasts.
Oh, dear.
I honestly think it's possible for both sides to forget how it started. So they just sit and glower each other for 6 months trying to remember.
But Ken, I want cheering up. Len, tell him he's wrong.
I would if I could, love, but he's not.
But surely it's a straightforward issue.
Annie, love, there is no such thing as a straightforward issue in industry these days.
I suppose you wouldn't consider taking on the job?
Annie, much as I love you, the answer's no.
At the best, that will be unethical, and at the worst, blatant blacklegging, particularly as...
It's all right, it has been brought to my notice. Particularly as the whole sorrow for Webb was the fault of your irresponsible partner.
That's just one of those things, Annie.
And one of those things we could do without. Like Ernest Bishop, who is supposed to be a friend of mine, employing brewery labour to do his cheap work for him.
Did I hear my name mentioned?
Back to your dart, sir. Well, if it isn't the travelling sales
Less
lady.
of the funny talk, Fairclough. It's bad enough being back among the peasants.
Oh, dear, I'm a peasant.
I knew it. I never did believe all that aristocratic stuff, did you?
Would you like me to buy you a drink, Mrs. Hart? Said she, turning the other cheek.
Yes, I would, Mrs. Walker, said she, never looking a gift horse in the mouth. A gin and tonic, please.
You're on good form, aren't you?
Isn't she, Jess? Set the northeaster light, have
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, I did, actually. You see, what are you doing here?
I'm on my dinner break, haven't you heard? We've had them for years.
Have you now? Well, don't interrupt when I'm talking. No, I didn't exactly set them alight, but they did listen to me. And I got one or two orders, one of them a good one in anyone's language. So, here's the good life. The posh car, the posh hotels. Cheers.
A fella in every port.
Oh, it gets more attractive by the minute. Here.
She with then? Len Fairclough and Ken Barlow.
Oh. Well, shape yourself and get back to work.
I'll have you know I'm on my dinner hour. It's you that should be working.
I'll be a sport, kid. He comes out the electricity showroom dead on 1 o'clock. He smiled at me yesterday.
If you plant yourself outside the electricity showrooms every dinner time, I'm surprised you don't fall over.
I sit on a form. I'm entitled to sit on a form. He walks past his way to that pizza place.
Why don't you wait in the pizza place if he's that marvellous?
Because that'd be too pushing. He's going to speak to me today. I've got this feeling. Hey, I wonder what he'll say.
Anybody in?
So, could you get me half a dozen pair of white drill hot pants? I would get them myself, but I can't leave the shop because Oh, hello, Mr. Baldwin.
Hello, Miss Burchell. What a surprise seeing me.
Yeah, I was just going.
Thought perhaps you might be.
She says, can we have half a dozen pair of white drill hot pants?
Certainly. If I catch you both out the shop at the same time, you can have hot behinds to go with them. Right, where's Elsie? Is she back yet?
Yeah, she got back first thing.
Ah.
Not exactly first thing.
You're not exactly having a happy 5 minutes, are you? Where is she?
Rovers.
Right, then. What about this northern hospitality? Aren't you going to make me a cup of tea or something?
Well, I'll have to brew a fresh pot.
It's not beyond the bounds of human ingenuity, is it?
No.
How did she do? Did she say?
Oh, yeah, very well. She got some good orders. She said they all listened to her.
Well, I should hope they did. They're just going up there if they're going to ignore her.
No, seriously, I think she enjoyed it. What she was saying, I think she'd like to do it full time.
Oh, would she?
I see. So that means there won't be any more deliveries until this wretched strike is over. No, I'm sure you don't. However, as I gaze round my hall, Mr. Harrop, I do trust that you can end this storm in a teacup as quickly as possible. No, some of us really don't enjoy living in hovels. I trust you will. Goodbye, Mr. Harrop.
Everything all right, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, certainly everything's all right. We may have to live like this for many more months to come. Beer rationing is just around the corner. The stupid have inherited the earth. But everything is fine, fine.
Beer rationing?
Shh. Don't say anything, I'll choose my moment.
I wouldn't dream of it, Mrs. Walker. That was a lovely bit of braising steak.
Yes. Well, here, Elizabeth, you will always enjoy a lovely bit of braising steak, because this is a sane oasis in a mad, mad world.
What does it take to please you?
Look, it sounds great. An order from Marshall's was just what I wanted, but don't go running away with the idea that one swallow makes a summer. It's not your job.
Well, what did you send me there for?
It was your idea. You were going to Newcastle anyway.
Yeah, Anna did a good job. You know, you've got something against women, you have. You don't think we can do the job. It's that flaming male ego.
All right, let's keep it down, shall we? We don't want the whole world to know our business, do we? Look, you're a novelty. It was a nice change for the boys in the rag trade to look at a good pair of legs. But what happens when the novelty wears off? That's when you need the boss man there, the one that can say yes or no there and then. So if there's any big selling to be done, I'm the one to do it.
You're a plausible devil, you.
Tell you what, darling, if you could win arguments like this, I'd be working for you.
Could I have a little order, please?
Half a bitter, Mrs. Walker.
I only wish that it were fun, Eddie. Now, as many of you already know, we're in the grip of a brewery strike, and I have just been informed there will be no more deliveries for the foreseeable future. So I very much regret to say that we shall probably have to introduce beer rationing. Oh. Now, I'll let you know the details as we get them. Thank you.
Yeah, that's cows. She sounded just like Winston Churchill at his erudite best.
Might have sounded like Winston Churchill to you. She sounded like the voice of doom to me.
Ah, Mr. Langton. What a pity you missed my announcement. Beer rationing is due, owing to the actions of some of our more public-spirited citizens. I don't know why I don't ban you.
There's no need for that, Mrs. Walker. As soon as the ale runs out, I'll be off like a shot. In the meantime, I'll have a pint.
I'm telling you, it's the gospel truth.
You're joking.
I heard it with my own ears.
But it can't be true. It can't.
Wish it wasn't, Stan. I cut my right arm off.
What's happened?
When? Did I say?
What's happened?
They didn't know, not exactly.
Eddie, what is it?
Beer rationing, any day.
Oh, you daft devil, I thought somebody died.
Somebody? Hilda, the world as we know it has died.
What are we gonna do?
Just look at you, the pair of you. I'll tell you what to do if the beer's so flaming important. Get up off your fat backsides, go out and earn some money and buy yourselves a brewery. Ooh.
Hey. What? She's not as daft as she's cabbage looking. Come on.
Eh? Look, I've just got to pop over and see Ken. Can I pick it up on my way
Yes,
back?
of course you can. You can pay then and all.
Yes, fine.
Come on.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Annie.
Hello.
£20 of invert sugar, please.
Pardon?
£20 of invert sugar.
Invert sugar? I haven't seen that for years. I don't know where you'll get it from. Try Health Food Shop.
We'll take ordinary then.
I ordinary do.
£20? Now, you're not expecting tick, are you?
Strictly cash.
What do you want £20 of sugar for?
We've got sweet teeth.
You know what they say. If you stir somebody else's tea, you're going to have a row with them.
Oh, don't you start. I've had enough with Baldwin.
Ah, come on, you're a big girl now. You can see it from his point of view.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And apart from that, do you enjoy the trip?
Fine.
Did you bump into our mutual friend, did you?
And who might that be?
You know damn well who I'm talking about, your loving husband.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did. We went out together once or twice.
Did you indeed? Has he finished with that woman, the one who came down here?
I suppose he must have done. Never said out about it.
You did deep one, you, aren't you? If I hadn't mentioned him, you wouldn't have brought him up.
I don't know. I might have done.
Pleasant, was it?
Yeah. Yes, as a matter of fact, we had one or two laughs together.
That must have made a change. Oh, all right, I know my place, yeah. What's he doing for a living now?
Oh, same thing as usual. Garage manager. He seems to have settled down very nicely.
In every way?
Yeah, I think so, in every way.
Clever lad, Alan.
Is he?
He was always way ahead of me and the Andrew. And he built a business up.
Went bankrupt, didn't he?
Ah, but in style, he did it with style, didn't he? And he got you. That takes a bit of doing.
Oh, aye. He got me. For a while.
Well, whose fault was that?
Don't push it.
No, I'm interested. I mean, who showed who the door?
Look, don't push it, I said.
Hey, I'm a friend of yours.
I don't care how much of a friend you are. Look, mind your own damn business. That's all in things that don't concern you.
I told you, didn't I? That flaming temper of yours. You shouldn't have stirred my tea.
I'm sorry.
Hey. I'm your pal.
I know.
The one who proposed to you once, do you remember?
The day that Kennedy died.
The day that Kennedy died, yeah.
Len, it can get better, can't it?
I'm sure it can.
No, I mean, it can get better because it's got better for you, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it does, yeah. And what I can do, you surely can. Hey, answer me one question, love. Would you have him back? You hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard what you said. I was just thinking. If you'd have asked me that question before I went to Newcastle, before I saw him, I would have said no without thinking. But now I think.
Oh, blow this for a game of soldiers. I know I save a bob or two going to the supermarket, but every time takes 6 months off my life. Still, I don't suppose you'll argue with that, will you? Stan? Stan? Stanley?
I'm up here in the bathroom.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're never having a bath.
Mind your own business.
By heck, that I've got to see.
Looks very tasty, that. Very tasty.
What the flipping heck?
Doing you a favour, Hilda. Mrs. Walker's in there, just about to go down the plug hole.
The old plumbing lock can go down.
Don't touch her, there's money in it.
Where's me washing? Where's me washing?
There's your washing it off, devils.
Take the credit, Hilda. It was your idea. Get yourself a brewery, you said, and no sooner said than done. Ogden and Yates, Silver Jubilee Ales.
Do not worry if your beer is not absolutely clear. If your beer is thin through lack of starch, add flake maize or cornflakes to the brew. Hey,
That really going to work?
Of course it's gonna work.
Can I just ask one question?
Go on, no chance.
When can I have a bath?
Oh, don't worry, Hilda. We'll be out long before Christmas.
Classic Coronation Street is back on Monday. At 9 o'clock tomorrow night, Helen Mirren stars as DCI Jane Tennyson in Prime Suspect 3 when she's transferred to the Soho Vice Squad and finds that one of her colleagues is helping the local criminals. But something very different next tonight on Granada Plus. It's the Comedians.